So guys, welcome once more to my YouTube channel. My name is Obioma Monachi. Okay, in this section of YouTube video, I will show you how to actually adjust your campaign using a CBO. Basically, the essence of making use of a CBO is to actually get to scale up some of the campaigns that are performing well. And I tend to make use of ABO, which is asset budget optimization, whereby my budget will be under the asset level so that I will be able to test everything I want to test and allow them to work on their own. Whereas the CBO is whereby the budget is under the campaign level so that we'll be able to use our particular budget to circulate amongst the assets we want to run our campaign. So now basically I've actually used asset budget to identify some few interests. As you can see here, I have some interests that actually perform well for me. As you can see here, I have some interests that are actually giving me great results, and I want to actually use CBU to scale them if I want to. Not like it's a rule of thumb, but I just want to apply it into a CBO and put with a fixed budget so that everything will go accordingly, and then the best campaign will end up within the budget. Basically, when you use a CBO, you're trying to allow Facebook to utilize your budget so that when you have more than 10, 2, 3, 4 assets in one campaign using a CBO, your budget tends to circulate amongst those assets, and whichever ones that are performing much better will end up making use of the budget. That way you don't end up losing money. Okay, so now I have some CBO ABO campaigns here that have actually performed well that I want to actually test out. Okay, I want to test them out. I want to see what they can do for me, as you can see here. So now what I'm going to do here is this. First of all, create a campaign. Either I create a campaign or I duplicate this campaign into a new campaign. Let's say I can do this. Go ahead and duplicate. Then I will create a new campaign for this instead of going ahead with the original here means it will be under the same campaign, but I want to use it, put this some assets that are performing well under a new campaign. So I'll go ahead and click create new campaign, and then I will name it select conversion as my objective, and then select conversion as my objective, and then go ahead and duplicate. Okay, so that's the way to actually go about. Once you do that, just name it. Once you've done that, go ahead and duplicate, and this particular asset will go ahead and duplicate inside a new campaign. But if I don't want to do that, another way which I can actually make use of is to go ahead and click on create, then we have to create a new campaign. Obviously it's going to be conversion, depending on the objective you want to make use of. So I'm making use of conversion here. So once that is done, go ahead and name it. So I could say CBO. That way I'll be able to know the campaign that I'm watching. CBO best interest. So I'll go down, then I'll select campaign budget optimization because this is CBO. So I want our budget to be under this level so that it will go across all the campaigns. So go ahead and tick that open. We'll be required to set a budget. Remember, the essence of CBO is to actually use all the budgets for each asset under one campaign. So let's assume you have about 10 interests that are running on their own, and you want to put them on and in a CBO. What that means is that those 10 interests or assets that are running, we check them based on the budget they have. So let's assume we have about 10 interests that are running under ABO. Then each one is running under with $5. Okay, so what we want to do is to multiply $5 by that particular 10 interests. So if you have about 10 interests and we have $5 per interest, so that will be about $50 per for this campaign. So go ahead and put $50 here. Okay, so but I'm not gonna make use of $50, so I'm just trying to do some illustration. So it's also left for you to also decide if you want to apply $50. At the end of the day, just know that Facebook is going to circulate your budget amongst best performing assets. So I'll go ahead and let's say put $15 here. On that, then I close this. Now I've named our campaign. So what happens here is that I want to delete this asset and then delete this ad, because I want to actually paste the top performing interest or assets under this particular campaign. So I'll go ahead and delete this. I'll go ahead and delete it. So deleted. I don't have any assets, I don't have any ads under this campaign. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy the best performing interest here. So I'll go ahead and check out the best performing interest. As you can see here, I have this, this is performing well, this is performing well, this is performing well. So I'll go ahead and copy them. Go ahead and copy them. I've copied it. I'll go back to our campaign level. So I'll go ahead and select it, and then go ahead and click on this button here and then paste. Once I paste it, both the assets and the ads we pasted under the CBO. So as you can see here, go ahead and paste. It's duplicating. Remember, whatever you copy from the asset level, you have to paste it in the campaign level, and whatever you copy from the ads level, you have to paste it under the asset level so that it will reflect. So as you can see here, those three ad sets have actually appeared under our campaign level. So I'm going to go ahead to check out another ad that is actually performing well for me, so that I'll be able to paste them there. So this one is actually performing well. So this performing well for me, this is performing well for me, and then this is performing well for me. So I go ahead and also copy it. I'll go ahead and copy it, and then also I'll select this as CBO and go ahead and paste it. I've actually pasted them all. So the thing I need to do now is to check out the ads, which is the creative. Initially I had some creative that are not performing well, which I've selected before. I'll go ahead and check them out and see if I will actually turn them off and delete them. So I'll check out this. I have these interests that are not performing well for me initially, so I'll go ahead and turn them off. So now here, what I'm going to do here is to delete some ads that are not performing well for me. I'll go ahead and delete them. Go ahead and delete them, because initially I've actually turned them off because they were not performing well. So what I'm going to do here is to delete them entirely. Delete them entirely from here. Delete this. Delete this. So that our budget will actually circulate properly. Okay, so I've deleted that. So I'll go ahead and delete this. Delete these 10 ads. Automatically I've already turned them on, but I just want to delete it so that everything will be equal there. Then I have some other campaigns I also want to turn off here, some other ads I want to turn off here that I know that they're not going to perform well. Like this particular one is not going to perform well because I've seen it on some other data. Okay, 7 and 8 are actually performing well for me, so I'll go ahead and turn this off and delete it. Turn this off, then delete it. And that's it. I think I'm good to go. Here. Now see, I'll go ahead and preview it. If you want to make any changes to it, maybe there are some things you've discovered that you want to also edit, you can go ahead and equally do that. For this, which is caustic, I want to delete this. I want to delete this. It's not actually performing well. I'll delete this. That way our budget will be able to circulate properly to avoid it focusing on a particular campaign. And again, it depends on your budget. If your budget is very small, you also have to make sure that you use interest that will be able to contain particular budget. And also, when you're making use of ads, you need to also have ads that are within the range of your budget. You don't want to put lots of ads while you're using a small budget. Okay, so you have to make everything in correspondence so that you'll be able to test accordingly. So we have about 6 here. Sorry. We have about 6 here, so we'll go ahead and I'll finish this campaign so that we'll test things out. So I think everything is good. Good. Go ahead and publish. So review. Then we'll review it. Okay. Slide this and this. Publish. And so that is how we'll go about it. And once we are done, we'll go ahead and click publish, and then you publish all the campaign we want to publish. Okay, I'm selecting them to publish it because I don't want it to lag. So once everything has been published, we allow the campaign to start functioning, because basically these are best assets that are performing well on their own. So what I'm doing here is to actually allow Facebook to put my budget to the best one in the things that is going to be the best among the best. That's the essence of making use of a CBO. You're trying to scale your campaign, trying to optimize much better and to get better results. So once we've done that, we'll go ahead and click publish, and all our ads have been published under a CBO campaign objective. And once we are done, we allow it to start running, and I start getting all the results we presumed it will get for us. So that is how to actually go about it. And yes, I think we are set to go. So while this CBO is actually performing well, we can still go ahead and start killing some interest, start cleaning some campaign and then start applying some other campaigns as well. So while these are going on, we'll start cleaning some ones, and then we'll start applying some other campaigns also. And we'll start testing lookalike on it, and we'll start testing retargeting as well under it. So whichever objective that works for you, you also have to test lots of things to actually understand what is going to work and what is not going to work for you. So guys, this is how to actually go about making use of a CBO in terms of scaling and in terms of testing further your campaigns and the rest. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any question, go ahead and comment in the comment section. My name remains Obio Mamunachi. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.